Hey guys, this is John Hennessey from Hennessey Performance, and besides modifying cars at Hennessey, we also own and operate Lone Star Motorsports Park here in Sealy, Texas. Check out our drag strip, full quarter-mile drag strip. We're just west of Houston, and I'll swing around here and you may be able to see our shop over yonder. It's maybe 1,000 feet away, where we any given time we're modifying 50 to 80 different vehicles, a lot of Hellcats, a lot of Raptors. Anyway, Lone Star is a place where we test our cars almost on a daily basis, and it's also a drag strip that's open to the public a couple times a month, and we'll have 3 or 4 fairly large events a year. One big one that's coming up in October is the Lone Star Motorsport or Lone Star Mopar Fest. It's put on by the local Space City LX club that has, Hemis and Hellcats, and I'm sure some Demons and things of that nature. So whatever the case, I wanted to share some pretty cool news with you guys, and I'll jump in the HP 1000 Hellcat real quick as we talk, because it's hot and my face is probably bright red because I'm burning up. It's 100 degrees in Texas in July. So let me jump into the Hellcat here, go for a little drive and have a little chat. We're going to talk about some pretty exciting news that we just announced, I don't know, maybe an hour ago, about the Dodge Demon. And so if you're watching this video, you're obviously an enthusiast. Everybody's heard of the Dodge Demon. Incredible car. Just the idea that no, I'm not going to do a massive burnout or make a full blast on the quarter mile. We're just gonna cruise around a little bit and talk about the Demon and what the news is all about, and I'll just get down to the bottom line. So Dodge announces the Demon several months back. They unveil it. They unveil some pretty incredible news that, the Demon is a car that's capable of running a 965 at 140 mile an hour in the quarter mile, which is pretty incredible. I was expecting something to run in the break maybe just under 10 seconds, but deep into the 9s is certainly impressive. And so they announced they're going to build about 3,000 Demons for the US and another 300 for Canada. This is so cool. Pennzoil Proving Grounds. I'll have to show that sign a little bit later. Yeah, when you come out here to Lone Star, you'll see the cool Pennzoil signage, and this is the Pennzoil Proving Grounds because we use their synthetics and lubricants in our vehicles every day that we're out here testing. Anyway, that's a different video for a different day. Bottom line is that everybody like me is excited about the prospect of the Demon and getting a Demon, but then the news comes out that, well, because it's so fast, the fine folks at the NHRA sent a letter to Chrysler saying, congratulations on your car, but it doesn't meet our specifications. And if you've got a Demon and you want, somebody wants to run it in an NHRA track, they're going to have a parachute on the back, which is required for cars that run over 135 and a quarter, and a full roll cage structure inside the car. Talk about a party pooper. I don't know that anybody's going to want to buy a Demon and put all that stuff in there. I'm sure there'll be a few. I had a race car that was my daily driver back in the early 90s, so I know what it's like to drive around in a car with a roll cage and a parachute. It's kind of cool, but it gets kind of annoying after a while. And so, that's kind of takes the fun out of the deal, where, you get excited about getting a Demon, and then all of a sudden, you can't go run at the drag strip. And, they'll say, well, run the 1/8 of a mile, or run to 1,000 feet, or get to the end of the track and jam on the brakes. And that's no fun. You got a car that runs a number. You want everybody to see it on the scoreboard, know exactly what that car ran. And I'm one of those guys too. So the purpose of this video is to share the news with you and the rest of the world that for those that buy and own the Dodge Demon, we are going to allow them to run their cars, their Demons, down our Lone Star Motorsports Park drag strip. I'm actually going to go out here on the highway for a little blast. This thing makes so much power, it does need a drag radial, or it'll spin the tires at 70 or 80 down the drag strip. So we're going to go out for a little highway blast. So if you get a Demon, and you want to be able to run it down the full quarter mile, you can come to Lone Star Motorsports Park in Sealy, Texas, about an hour west of Houston, about an hour and a half. We're kind of in between Austin and Houston, closer to Houston. We're right on I-10, and we're going to come up with like a one-day driving school for the Demon. So, if you've never drag raced a car, much less run a Demon, you'll need to know how to set tire pressures, how to do a burnout, how to engage launch control, how to, what does a trans brake feel like on launching. Those are important things. Those are important steps to be able to operate a Demon properly and run a proper number. And I believe that once an owner, goes through something like that, and we may work with, somebody that's already out there, whether it's a Roy Hill or a Frank Harley. There's some really incredible drag racing schools out there. I actually went to a Roy Hill drag racing school several years ago and learned a ton, and it's a great confidence booster and builder for being able to operate anything fast on a drag strip. And so, whatever the case, we'll have a one-day seminar school where you get familiar with how to run your Demon down the drag strip. And after that, you can run it at any public event. If you're a client, if we modify your Demon, we'll be having private track days in our place. Again, maybe, not maybe during the heat of the summer because it's just miserable and the cars don't go quite as fast when it's 100 degrees, but we'll do probably 3 or 4 events a year, customer events, and have fun with it. So, for whatever that's worth, we wanted to share that with the enthusiast community, with, whether you're thinking about buying a Demon or not. So again, this whole thing of, the NHRA has banned the Demon and you can't run it down the drag strip without all the parachutes and roll cages and all that stuff. We basically, we're setting the Demon free. So that's the big news. And while we're out here on this nice highway and we're driving a Hellcat Challenger with the automatic transmission, might make it just a little blast. This is obviously a different video for a different day. My video guy is actually on vacation with his family this week, so I'm in do it myself mode, and we've got a little bit of traffic to contend with here. But basically, we'll get a lot more into the details on this specific car. What's special about this car? Well, while we're on the subject of the Demon, I'll predict that our HP 1000 Hellcat Challenger non-Demon from a roll against the Demon will beat the Demon. And I don't think it'll just beat it, I think it'll crush it. This car is so ridiculously fast and fun to drive. It's something we've been working on for a while. The tuning on the transmissions has been a little bit more of a challenge on these cars, but it's done. We put probably 600 test miles on this particular car, and it runs perfect. It runs a 93 octane pump gas. You don't have to have a special ECU. You don't have to have race gas. We can do a race gas tune if that's what you want, but if you want the warranty, we offer a warranty with the package. 1,000 plus horsepower. We're talking, depending on the tune and the day, 850 to 900 horsepower at the rear wheels through the automatic transmission. And that's with the big 4.5 liter supercharger system, intake, injectors, fuel system, headers, and so forth. And our HP package, the HP 1000 package, is available now. This is, I think, the third one that we built. We've got maybe 7 or 8 others in the production queue. And depending on the timing of your build, it's typically 8 to 12 week turnaround time on the vehicle. I'm going to turn around here and maybe make a little blast on the way back to the shop. But whatever the case, this car is a lot of fun, and it's funny. I've been looking for an opportunity to talk about the Hellcat. I put out a test drive video of another one of our, I think it was an 850 horsepower Hellcat that we built not long ago, and got a nice email from a friend of mine at Dodge who works there, and you'd know his name, but I'm not going to say it. But anyway, he says, "Hey, great video, but you said that our interiors are cheap," and I'm like, they kind of are, but I actually need to take that back. So I'm sitting in this Hellcat right now. The interior is not cheap. The dash is very nice. The display, the instrument panel is huge. You got all the information there. It's a very comfortable car to drive in. The panel gaps, there's no rattles. This is not a cheap interior. What I meant to say was I would probably like to have maybe a little different selection. Like a lot of these interiors have kind of this crushed velvet 1970s, couch type material on the seats, and I'd like something a little more supple, like a really higher grade, like leather. And my only comment is if it'd be possible for the guys at Dodge to maybe consider making the Hellcat interiors maybe a little bit more like the Jeep Grand Cherokee interiors. I think are just wonderful. So the Hellcat interior is not cheap. It's a very nice interior. I just would like maybe a little bit higher grade material on the seats. That's it. All right, here we go. Rock and roll. Oh yeah! Oh my gosh, this thing is stupid fast. I'm not even gonna tell you how fast it was. I think the speed limit is 75, so we might have been doing 80. I don't know, give or take 80 miles an hour. Whatever the case, get a Demon, come to Lone Star Motorsports Park. The Demon's been set free, and if you're not able to get a Demon and you got a Hellcat, then we can build a car faster than the Demon. And guess what? We'll build some Demons that are faster than stock Demons too. But whatever the case, whatever your weapon of choice, give us a holler if we can help. And if you want to see Demons run in the full quarter mile